Kindergartner here with commentary on Underpass for Hardcore Search and Destroy, on tips hopefully to get you better on how to understand and work the map. Alright, so we're going to start the game here on Underpass. A lot of questions revolve around the setup of the overall the map and how to push as a team towards a bomb plant. Just depends on the player you are and what you're going to choose. So as a rushing player on the offensive side, most players probably have marathon and lightweight, and they'll probably grab the bomb, and the bomb guy will probably come over here and simply jump across. As the bomb guy, if he does this, it's his job probably to secure this building, and since A-bomb's closest, he should have his attention directed to A. What he's watching for is the enemy, which should be coming from top right here. He's looking for that, making sure no claymores were planted, listening for if anybody's coming underneath him from down below. He's also watching the concrete wall right there that I just shot at. The reason he's looking there is to help his teammate, which I'll explain later in the video. So as a rusher, if he feels that it is clear, he makes the call necessary to his teammates that A is clear, and that would designate the team push to A. I really don't recommend you going to B as it's the furthest bomb away, but if you feel more comfortable with planning at B as a team, so be it. The time is another minute and 14 seconds, so let's say your rusher has claymores. As a rusher or front man, you have claymores. If you feel that you're going to camp up here, or camp, strategically place yourself, whatever you want to call it, I would find it probably to plant your claymore not up here where it's visible to the opponent coming in and around the corner, as it's just going to detonate itself, and then instead of going through here, instead of going through this hall after he just blew the claymore up, he's probably going to come around the front and get you in the back, because you're going to go to where your claymore just sounded off. So instead of placing the claymore there, why don't you place the claymore more inside the building? Like if you sat here and faced the claymore pointing outward towards that way. It's a risky situation due to the fact that he's getting that close to you, but it also eliminates the chance of him coming around you to shoot you in the back. So time now is about 10 seconds, and we're fixing to go into the second person's point of view on what he should be doing as a player, and that'll be a support man. The next two players that I'm going to designate are going to be support men. So we're going to change our class to whatever you feel your class needs to be. But most players off the start on the offense want to rush through here, and I'm going to try to get you not to do that because of something that I'll explain later in the video. I would rather see my teammates rush under the river and get up top this way. I know it's slower, but it's more safe due to the other thing that I'm fixing to tell you. So as a support man, I would have two people running through here. The first one coming right here, as you just saw that I did, jumping up the dumpster and the barrel. The second player would be rushing towards B-bomb. He would not necessarily be going into B-bomb. He's just scoping out the area, making sure he's not getting flanked or his teammates are getting flanked from the river. This guy, he's also like the turning point of the game, as if this guy dies, then that means somebody needs to fulfill his position, because if he dies, more than likely the opponent is going to sweep around here, the flank, and he's going to come behind the team and kill your teammates. So it's important that this guy stays alive and notifies his teammates of where the enemies are, if he sees any, where they're going, and pretty much that's it. He can plant claymores if he gets in the position ahead of anybody else, but more than likely he won't have time to, because he has the furthest position. His lines of sight are pretty much looking up there. A lot of players get up behind the barrels, and very few will come down this walkway but towards the end of the countdown, a lot of players sit in that room, so that might be a spot he wants to check out. As for the guy who's a support man over here, what he's doing is off the start, he's making sure that the people who just spawned aren't coming up the middle, trying to get a quick rush on them. He's also watching the center building, making sure nobody has a point of view on him or his teammates. And he's also checking the window. So he has a lot of cover, or a lot to cover. So therefore, his position is pretty vital itself. So everybody's watching everybody. As long as you know where your teammates are and which teammate is who, then nobody should ever be at any confusion to know who died and where they died. Let's see. For the second rusher, which is the guy who goes the same path as the bomb guy, he jumps across, he comes through. He's rushing, obviously, so he's coming through right here. The reason I said this teammate, if he gets here, he needs to check bomb first. That way he doesn't get shot in the side, because if he were to check this first, obviously if somebody was there, he would have got shot and he would have been dead. So if the rusher gets here, his first look should be here. That way nobody hops over that wall and gets him, because if he's just rushing through and he's planning on shooting here, and that guy comes over the wall, he's going to get shot in the side. So these are all just predictions and tendencies that most players tend to have. That's why you check that spot first. It's pretty common sense. But if he feels that this area is clear, the concrete wall, then he'll probably want to look right here. If you know that the team rushes the opponent off the defending side, another place you might want to secure is this area right here, because that's where a lot of players go. They run from their start down here and they nade right there, hoping to get somebody rushing into A-bomb, which if you practice what I do, you shouldn't be doing that and you wouldn't get killed. So this player is trying to get the spawn kill, not really spawn kill, but protecting his teammate, the bomb guy right here, from that line of sight. If he decides to go in here, he should be protected with the claymore that his other teammate placed, and he can also help out the support man who sits right there on the center building, notifying the support man that somebody may have gone in the center building and he needs to check it out, or just possibilities on pushes. So we're coming down to 30 seconds here, and I believe we'll be going to the defensive side. So as that nears, those are the 4 positions for the offensive side that I recommend. Obviously, due to certain situations and your opponent's tendencies that you may know of, it may be altered a little bit, but I feel that is the best that it can be performed. So on the defensive side, we're going to start off. I know we're not there yet, and it's coming down to like 5 seconds. So on the defensive side, I'm going to pull out the FAL because I do not have the M16 class due to a low level. But I recommend a gun that isn't fully automatic, like a semi-automatic, like I said, FAL or the M16 with the red dot sight. So this guy off the start, which is going to be the spawn killing guy, which is typical, he should rush off the start with his M16 or FAL, whatever he prefers, and he should, this car right here, if he's at this angle, if he aims just to the right of the second column, and then you see the black thing right there, which is, I believe, an icebox. If he aims right in between there, he's going to get a spawn kill, because if you see that most players off the start from the offensive side with the bomb, they're going to rush through and they're going to try to sweep around to B-bomb. Well, if your support guy, which is the FAL or M16 guy, if he should be able to get to his position fast enough. There should be no reason why he shouldn't. He should be able to spawn kill the guys going towards the back side. So that should eliminate maybe 1 to 2 players off the start. That could change as the game progresses, because obviously the other team will pick up that he's doing that and they won't go there, so it could alter the gameplay. After this guy has secured, or off the start, he shouldn't be here long, no more than 30 seconds. After he's shot and got his spawn shots in, I would suggest that he go to the middle building